What's up? My name's Brock. Today I'm going to be describing how to do the full brake light mod on the 93 and 96 Camaro. And before I get into it real heavy, I'm going to show you exactly why this is for the 93 to 96 and not 97 to 02, even though it seems like the taillights are similar. So what we're going to see right here, the 93 to 96, you've got your three bulbs. The one on the outside is just like a driving light. It's single filament with 2 leads. Then you go to the middle where you've got a dual filament with 3 leads. And then inside you've got a single filament again with 2 leads. Now if you look at the 9702, at first glance it looks similar. So you'd think that you'd probably be able to do the modification just by swapping lenses. But the thing is that swapping lenses isn't going to do this. You need the whole wiring harness all the way up, not just swap out the lenses or the light bulbs at the end. Reason for this being, 93 and 96, this dual filament right here, this is both your brake light and your turn in one. Now this one right here, this single filament in the 9702, this one's your turn signal. In the 9702, the dual filament in the middle is the brake. And that's it. These are separate here. These are together. So that's why it won't actually work. You can get it to work similar on here. It's a lot of extra wiring to do. So I can get to that another day because I am planning on doing this to my 97. So that'll be a whole nother video. But for right now, this is for a 93 to 96 only that has the brake and turn signal in one bulb. Okay, so now that we've covered why you can only use this modification on 93 to 96, let's dive into how to do it. A couple of things that you're going to need. You're going to want a drill and a bit. You're going to want a heat gun, some heat shrink connectors, wire strippers. Now this part's important. T20 dual filament bulbs. They come in single filament as well. Look for 7443 as a number. One thing I do want to mention real quick. Before you get started on this, the T20 bulb, the 7443, get it in LED. Don't get it in your normal halogen type bulb. Reason being is they create a lot of excess heat, plus they're very much more rounded. What happens is your taillights will end up with a heat dimple about 1 inch in diameter. So unless you want an ugly pink bubble on your tail ends, don't use a halogen bulb, use an LED for that. You're also going to need 2 T20 pigtails with 3 leads, so that has the ability to trigger a dual filament. They also come in 2 lead pigtails. Going to need a Dremel and some bits, silver Sharpie, and you're also going to want 2 more of the middle sockets and bulbs. So what you're basically going to do here, when you take the lens out, you're going to pop the inside light bulb out. And that is going to essentially be replaced with what you now have as a second middle bulb. So that we've got 2 dual filaments back to back here. And you've already got the socket, so you'll have 3 leads on both of those. Now, the outside bulb, the little one, that's going to go bye-bye altogether. The pigtail, the bulb, everything. Now, the T20 pigtail that you're going to replace it with is slightly larger. So what you want to do is you want to put the pigtail against the lens as if you're going to put it into the lens itself, and mark with a silver Sharpie how much wider it is. But before you take it off, mark the little indents. You know how they usually have little pieces, different sizes to screw it in and hold it in. Mark those with a silver Sharpie where they're at. That way when you use the Dremel and you drill this out, drill a little bit extra here, here, and here for that. Wonderful dry erase. I just erased the mark I was trying to make. Anyhow, so once you Dremel that hole out and you test to make sure that you can fit the pigtail in, this is going to be a little bit tighter because the back of the housing is originally flat for where the normal bulb goes, and then it starts to round out. It's not quite that dramatic, but it'll fit in there. I did it without any grease, but just to make it a little easier, you can use dielectric grease or anti-seize. Don't use oils of any sort because you're not trying to get oils on the light bulbs. Now, when you have the socket able to fit into your lens, you can put the bulb in and fix it to your lens so that way you don't have to worry about moving it around. Now, the pigtail is going to have 3 different leads coming off of it. You've got a white and black, a red and yellow, and a green and yellow. These 2 right here, the white and black and the red and yellow, are pretty close together, while this green and yellow is kind of separate. It's off to the side from itself. Stupid marker. Now the white and black lead for the outside bulb is going to go right to your stock black lead. The red and yellow lead will go to your brown lead. Now let's hold off on this wire for a second. Your middle light bulb here, don't even worry about. That can just stay the way it is perfectly fine. The bulb that, the secondary bulb that you have on the inside now with the new pigtail, that's just like this one, you're going to put black and brown back to where they were on the stock ones. So that way you don't have anything else to worry about here. Now what you're going to do is you're going to bring this green wire off of that inside lead and connect it to the green and yellow wire here, but connect them together so that way it's still coming out by itself. Now the connection to get these to act as brake lights, you can't just jump into this middle socket. This middle socket, if you remember, is both brake and turn. So you're going to spaz out the whole system adding to a turn signal because you're going to need different resistances, and either the lights are going to stay completely on or they're not going to be on at all. Ask me how I know. So what you're going to do is you're going to take these leads and you're going to bring it to a lead for just the brake light signal itself, nothing else. And the way to do that is you're going to want to drill a little hole behind where the lens sits in your trunk, and you're going to actually bring these wires that are now connected here through the trunk. You're going to need some excess wire. Forgot to add that here. You're going to need some excess wire and you're going to bring it into your trunk. And you're going to wrap around like the panel on the left of the tailgate. You're going to wrap through there and then go up. You can literally tuck it behind your headliner going up. You don't have to pull your headliner off. And same with that like quarter panel piece. But essentially you're bringing that wire up to where the light is for the rear seats. Pull that light down. It's just 2 screws. Unscrew it. And up above that light panel, you're going to see a yellow wire. That yellow wire goes to your third brake light on your spoiler. So all you have to do is tie it in with that wire there, and now these 2 illuminate as brake without any turn signal interference. So that's pretty much all there is to this. Like I said, it's just putting in a different socket and bulb for the outside, and you're just replicating the middle bulb and socket on the inside. Everything else pretty much connects like stock. It's just this green and yellow wire and this green wire that have to go to the yellow wire for the third brake light. And that's pretty much it, and just make them fit. And after that, just do it on the other side and you're all set to go. So that's it for the 93 to 96 full brake taillight mod for your Camaro. Thanks for watching. Give me a comment, like, share, whatever you want to do. Let me know how awful or good I'm doing, and I'll try to keep making more videos in the future.